Oh, I gotta find the thing. Hola, amigos, and welcome to the Mark Out. Whoa, my voice sucks. Mania.
Hello.
I'm Pedro Boguedro, Texan Spaniard, and welcome to the Mark Out Mania. And we are very happy. We are very, very super happy that James, the X-Train Sorno, is here with us because he's been through the ringer. How are you, James?
I am hanging in there. I am hanging in there. The baboon heart is still ticking. You know, you can't stop me. You can only hope to contain me. It's been rough, but I'm still going. I'm here. I didn't make sure I was here this week. You know.
God bless you. I'm happy you're still with us.
Yeah, we're all very happy.
Thank you, boys. Thank you, boys. I mean, I look like shit, but you know, I'm still here.
He is trying to cosplay Frankenstein's monster, but that's a whole other thing. I guess he's getting Halloween ready. He's like, if I get enough surgeries, Halloween is like good.
Well, it's either Frankenstein or Kevin McHale.
Oh shit! Damn, Zeus. Kevin McHale.
But we also have
Victor's ass.
Yeah. We also have the God of Thunder, Zeus King Dark. How are you?
Woo-hoo. I'm here. I'm active.
Hey, you're active. James, I have something to tell you about James. I have something to tell you.
Yeah.
Every time Zeus drops in on my Twitch streams, he always says, "Where's my music?"
Zeus Pero.
Where's my music?
Where's my fucking music? Oh. Yeah, isn't that World's Collage show coming up? I heard it's only going to be streamed on YouTube. That's cool.
Oh,
so
really?
Everybody can see it. Yeah, wow. Everybody can see it. It's going to be on YouTube in both English and Spanish. So there you go.
Oh wow, I did not know.
Mm-hmm. Fantastic. Speaking of, they put up the Giant versus Scott Norton from Fall Brawl '97 on the WCW.
I like Scott Norton. There's a new one dropping today, right? There's a new one dropping today?
Yeah. Should be.
I think it's the one where Magnum TA calls out Nikita Koloff.
No. Oh.
Yeah, that should be good.
Yeah. Yeah, because this is when they have the best of 7 and all that.
Yeah.
And that Nikita had he'll
now Zeus, is that before Flair turned face?
No, he's coming out of it. The Horsemen are forming up.
Okay.
Trying to find.
They kicked Baby Doll out.
Right. Okay. Right. It's just my timeline is off because I'm trying to figure out because I know
it's early.
Him and Nikita. It was Magnum and Nikita.
Right.
And there was Flair and Nikita when Flair turned babyface.
Right. That was the summer before in '85.
Okay. Gotcha. Thank you. Okay.
Right. So, but in April or March of '85 is when Ole and Arn got together.
Right.
And Tully was still with Baby Doll.
He was still with Baby Doll, right? Okay.
Throughout '85. And then
a perfect 10.
Yeah, but there was also, whenever they would need, a really big main event sometimes for, house shows and things, they would put Tully and Ole and Arn together.
Gotcha.
For some of those shows.
Gotcha.
So yeah, so the Horsemen were forming.
Okay.
Throughout
I just didn't want to.
but it wasn't until '86 that they.
Yeah, because I saw the thing this morning. I was like, oh, Ultimate Magnum and Nikita. I was like, so like I was trying to figure out. I know Flair went baby against Nikita. I mean, it had to be after. I just didn't know when.
Yeah, it was. The big part of it was the Great American Bash is '85.
Right. There you go.
And then and I think it ended before Starrcade.
Yeah, but then the Magnum gets hurt, and then the babyface run by Nikita, then the superpowers. Yeah.
Right.
Gotcha. I'm out of it, so the whole timeline is just skewed.
Yeah.
Finally found it. Okay, I see. Yeah. From January 25th, 1986, United States champion Magnum TA has strong words for Nikita Koloff after the Russian Nightmare. Plus, hear from Ric Flair and Dusty Rhodes and see action featuring Koloff, the Rock and Roll Express, Arn Anderson, and Tully Blanchard, beautiful Bobby Eaton, and more.
I just like that Arn Anderson and Bobby Eaton thing from Eastern Championship Wrestling. Yeah. That was cool, right? Like look at Arn and Bobby in ECW. That was hot.
Yeah, they totally look big league against them.
Yeah, they did, didn't they? I like that one. Then I like the one with Arn Anderson. He was the surprise tag team partner for Bobby Eaton and fucking SMW. He was like, "How are you a heel in WCW and a babyface and fucking Smokey Mountain at the same time?" That's hot.
And then Terry Funk. I think Terry Funk and Arn had a tag team match or a singles match in ECW.
I think they had a tag team match.
Okay.
I think it was Tully. It was Terry and Arn against Bobby and somebody else.
A lot of wrestling this weekend, by the way. Tonight you got Saturday night's main event. Tomorrow you have NXT Battleground, and then you also have AEW Double or Nothing. Yeah,
big weekend for wrestling. I feel bad for somebody who's not going to be wrestling, though. Thoughts and prayers go out to Zoe Stark. Oh man, did you see that injury?
Oh, I did see it, unfortunately.
Man.
I saw the clip. Yeah, it's horrifying.
They had a reverse camera angle. They had a reverse camera angle of the whole thing. Oh man, that was brutal.
Knee just went the whole wrong way, right?
Yeah, man, she's done. I don't think she's coming back. Period. I mean, her leg turned completely the wrong way. Around. I was like, oh.
I think the problem for her, she's had so many knee injuries already. Like before this.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, she's turning into, right, Pedro? She's turning into Tegan Knox.
Yeah. But, I mean, yeah. I'm trying to remember. What was Tegan Knox's name before Tegan Knox? I can't remember.
Oh, yeah.
She had another name. I can't remember what it was. Yeah.
You can't get a whole lot more, Scottish than Tegan Knox.
Yeah, but I feel bad for Zoe Stark, man. Yeah, but Saturday night's main event tonight, so it should be decent. Was it 5 matches or some shit?
You got Jey Uso defending the World Heavyweight title against Logan Paul. CM Punk and Sami Zayn against Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker. John Cena versus R-Truth. Damian Priest versus Drew McIntyre in a steel cage. And then Zelina Vega versus Chelsea Green for the WWE Women's United States Championship.
We'll see. There's been stories that Jey Uso flew out to Puerto Rico and Logan Paul have been practicing their match all week.
Oh, wow. Why in Puerto Rico?
Because that's where Logan Paul is, and he has a ring set up there.
I did not know he lived in Puerto Rico.
Yeah, he's got a big house in Puerto Rico.
Battleground Tampa tomorrow. You can go to that.
Yeah. Yeah, I was thinking about that, but I can't. I'm in no shape.
Yeah, James can't go to anything.
I'm in Zeus when he's fucking trying to kill me. I'm in no shape, man.
He's lucky to get. He's lucky to go to the bathroom. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I'm saying.
God damn, man, bro. He's lucky to
I gotta take it. I got taken out by the concession guy. I'm done, man. I'm done. Oh man. So hour and a half trip to Tampa.
I didn't see the promo, but I heard people seem to really like R-Truth's promo from SmackDown last night. But I didn't see it, so I can't.
He's got to carry this whole thing because there's no Cena again. So, it's the same thing with Cody Rhodes. He had to carry the feud. So it's, he's trying to carry the feud. It was okay. I mean, it was nothing spectacular. I mean, Ron Coons was never a great promo guy to begin with. So.
There was a stretch in, I'm trying to think when it was. There was a stretch where he was doing a heel run in the WWE. He was actually really good in that run, but I can't remember what those years were.
But he was smoking a cigarette.
I can't remember. It was. I remember enjoying it a lot for a while.
He's good. He's good. I mean, especially he's in his 50s now and he's still killing it. So, God bless. But I mean, it should be interesting. I think this is where we start to see the bit of the redemption turn from Cena. Because R-Truth kept saying last night, the John Cena I'm fighting is not John Cena. It's not John Cena. I don't know who that is. It's not John Cena. But I'm going to beat the hustle, loyalty, and respect back into Cena's ass. That's what he said. So it was okay. They had the women's qualifying match for Money in the Bank, and Julia went over.
Yeah, I saw clips of that. Yeah,
that was now
Zelina Vega.
Now I don't know if it was if it was lack of timing, but I'm gonna blame Julia on this one because every time her and Flair got into it, it did not look good at all. The timing was off. There was stutter stepping. So
some of it could be if they were off with each other. Some of it could have been like a communication thing, but
yeah, it could have been communication. But every time Julia threw Charlotte to the ropes, it was like Julia had to take an extra step back. It was just
maybe she was nervous.
Yeah, it just didn't look right.
Maybe she was
nervous. So then that fucked up Flair's timing. It just didn't look right. But at the same time, Zelina Vega because it was part of the triple threat match. It was okay between them. So I don't know what was going on.
I saw Zelina Vega's moonsault. That was her Asai moonsault or whatever. It was not great.
No, it wasn't.
but she really shouldn't be doing those kind of moves.
She shouldn't be doing anything. I fucking belt speed her.
Yeah, I mean, she's more of a manager.
Yeah.
She works better in that role than she does as a wrestler, but you know, people like her for whatever reason.
Whatever,
it doesn't
man.
matter though. The wrestling part doesn't matter so much. We need to, it's one of those.
Yeah, but you gotta make it look decent at least, you know. I mean, you know, I gotta invest in it somewhat, right? You know.
Yeah. I mean, are they show me where people are making it look super decent. Right.
I'm interested to, so I mean, now that I found out Jey Uso's been in Puerto Rico for a week, I want to see how that match looks. You know, what stupid spot that they're trying to work on, you know?
I didn't think about that.
Yeah, because him and Ricochet practiced that fucking Royal Rumble spot for like a week, I heard, before they did it.
What were you gonna say, Zeus?
I was wondering what's on the card for tonight.
Oh, we went over it. We just went over it. It was Jey Uso versus
Logan Paul.
What was it? Logan Paul, CM Punk, and Sami Zayn versus try to remember this off the top of my head. Seth Rollins and
okay.
Yeah, Zelina versus Chelsea. Yeah. R-Truth, John Cena, Drew, and the Priest, and the
cage.
Steel cage.
Nice. Okay. Yeah.
It's in Tampa too. It's in Tampa, and then you got NXT Battleground tomorrow in Tampa, and you got Monday Night Raw in Tampa. So
the NXT Battleground, you got Hank and Tank and Josh Briggs versus the Culling, Brooks Jensen, Nico Vance, and Sean Spears.
Yeah,
I just want to say the Culling is a terrible pro wrestling stable name.
Yes,
people. I mean, I'm not trying to insult wrestling fans, but your average wrestling fan is not going. They're not going to use Culling in their like everyday vernacular. You know, it's just a weird like name. It's like someone who watched a lot of movies came up with this name. I don't know.
It's not even a good word.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
You know, it's not even a good word.
Yeah. Sol Ruka defends the women's North American title against Kalani Jordan. Tony D'Angelo versus Channing Stacks Lorenzo. Joe Hendry defends the TNA World Heavyweight title against Trick Williams on an NXT show. That's interesting. Stephanie Vecchio versus Jordan Grace for the NXT Women's title. And then Obafemi defends the NXT title against Miles Bourne. Who's the North American men's champion at the moment? I don't remember, James.
That's Ricky Starks.
Oh, that's right. Ricky Saints, right? Or something like that.
Ricky Saints, when the Saints come watching in, yay. Ricky Saints, yeah. Yeah. Then you got AEW's got a show, right? Double or Nothing?
Yeah, they got a show. You got I do have it pulled up. I
I gotta flush the toilet. Yeah.
Where's G Lady now? You got Megan Bain and Penelope Ford versus Anna Jay and Harley Cameron. That's in the pre-show. Then
how many matches are there? 117?
There is at least 10, it seems.
Oh my god.
In the Owen Hart, the women's Owen Hart Foundation Cup finals, you have Jamie Hayter versus Mercedes. Oh, nay. what was that?
I said, don't do that anymore.
Yeah, I won't. For the tag team titles, you have the Hurt Syndicate with MVP and MJF against the Sons of Texas, Dustin Rhodes and Sammy Guevara.
MJF for the Hurt Syndicate? Oh, Lord.
Yeah. Timeless Tony Storm defends the world title against Mina Shirakawa, which they've already done this match before for the world title, but okay. FTR versus Daniel Garcia and Nigel McGuinness, the commentator.
Oh, my gosh. Nigel McGuinness?
I mean, I know he used to wrestle, but
Yeah, that was a long time ago, Pedro. That's always an old school Ring of Honor.
He should not be wrestling.
No.
Mark Briscoe versus Ricochet in a stretcher match. Mark Briscoe versus Ricochet in a stretcher match.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Anarchy in the Arena match. Kenny Omega, Swerve Strickland, Willow Nightingale, Samoa Joe, Powerhouse Hobbs, and Shibata versus John Moxley, Cesaro, Marina Shafir, Wheeler Yuta, the Young Bucks. So a gazillion people bullshit thing.
Newsfest. Well, it's good that their world title's not even being defended. Oh, Lord.
Bitch Okada defends the Continental title against Speedball Mike Bailey. Mike Bailey's going to look like a little kid next to Okada, isn't he? Like, Okada's kind of tall next to
Yeah, Okada's like 6'4", right?
Yeah, he's at least
6'2",
or something like that.
Speedball Mike Bailey's really small. There is a match between him and Angelico once on one of the European indies, and Angelico looked like, Andre the Giant next to him in terms of the height dichotomy. So I can only imagine Okada and Mike Bailey.
AEW has ruined my Okada fandom. Horrible.
Did you see that thing Zeus showed us the other day with him and the...
I haven't stopped looking at my Okada cards and collection. That's how upset I am.
Oh. Zeus showed us that thing with Okada eating the French fries.
Yeah.
At McDonald's.
Yeah.
There's a... What?
So said how low the mic.
Yeah. Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly, and Roderick Strong, aka the Paragon. That's what they're calling themselves now, the Paragon. Versus the Don Callis family, Takashita, Kyle Fletcher, and Josh Alexander in a trios match. And then the men's Owen Hart Foundation Cup tournament finals, Hangman Adam Page versus Will Ospreay, aka the greatest wrestler to ever set foot on the planet known as Earth, possibly
Yes.
and ever in the ever expanding universe.
In the history of history, it's Will Ospreay, and then there's none.
There's
Unbelievable. Their world titles not even being defended on their show, is it?
No, because Moxley's involved in that that arena anarchy thing.
Horrible. Yeah, let's not defend our title. Okay.
Nothing on this show is going to be good, but it's a small blessing in a way if Moxley's not defending the title, because having his last few title matches all been really shat on by their own audience. Like, their own audience has been really
they're
unhappy with his.
Yeah, but the fact that they're leaving the belt on him, what does that tell you?
They're waiting for Darby to get off the mountain. No, I don't know. Who knows?
That's what you're waiting on. Revitalize your shit.
I'm guessing either Hangman Page or Ospreay's going to take it off him at the Texas thing, the All In. I don't know. Who cares? Who really cares?
Will Ospreay, the greatest wrestler since wrestler. Yeah.
Some of the stuff he's
best
been
ever
saying
done.
is just so cringy. He's just been saying so much cringy shit.
I know. It's like, they really need to stop him from talking to other fucking people. I mean, I'd be like a Heyman guy if I had the chance. I really like Heyman. Like, what?
He needs a gag order to protect himself.
Something. That and a haircut. Jesus Christ.
Oh, yeah,
like
that hair is brutal.
Like a fucking 2012 fucking Karen.
It was like Guy Gardner.
Worse than that. Guy Gardner. If Guy Gardner married a woman who's the head of the HOA.
Yeah. Oh man, yeah, it's horrible. It's horrible. Freaking wrestling. Oh, yeah, but we love it.
Yep, we do.
Oh.
I mean, not so much anymore, but hey, there is the new the new episode of World Championship Wrestling coming on live tonight, 6:05 p.m. Eastern Time.
Yeah, and Nikita Koloff. That's when it was good. That's when Jim Crockett was seeing money signs.
I mean, it was rolling.
Yeah, it was. It was.
83 to 88 was just peak. Like, I mean, there was great shit before that, but just
That's when they had. That's when they kept the same loop going, right, Zeus? It was Greensboro. It was the Omni. It was the other spot. It was like those three all the time.
Yeah, I mean,
there's the other arena.
The thing is, they came to Greensboro like every Sunday for years.
Right. They did the Omni too a lot.
Yeah, but I mean, like literally every Sunday for like 20-some years that they were in Greensboro. It was a house show.
Right.
But they were there. I mean, everybody, even people that weren't wrestling fans around, the Triad, knew that you could go to wrestling every Sunday night in Greensboro.
Right.
When it's like, oh, there's nothing going on. Oh, there's wrestling. We can go to that.
Yeah, that was the good old days, man. I used to love watching that shit. Yeah, now we got Saturday night's main event with Logan Paul.
Brought to you by Prime.
Brought to you by Prime, yeah.
Yeah.
Brutal. I don't know. I'm gonna watch it.
You're like, oh, it sucks. I'm gonna watch. Yeah. I'm totally watching it though.
Who am I kidding? Who am I kidding? Why lie to myself? I'm gonna watch it. So.
Hey, I'm kind of with you, James. It's like I keep watching Stardom. I keep doing catch up with Stardom. One, because Stardom World is so cheap. It's like I feel like I'm shilling it, even though I'm getting no money for it. It's like $6 and change for.
If Pedro says it's cheap, that means it's cheap.
but I think I come to terms with modern Joshi Pro Wrestling is like idol. It's live action idol theater is what it really is. It's a
right.
It's idols, fighting, quote unquote fighting, and the crowd is, they're kind of going through performance, and the crowd is cheering on the ones they like best and stuff like that. It's just idol stuff, though. But once I accepted that, I was more, I could digest it more. Like, okay, you're just watching, beautiful women, fake fight and stuff, and mostly fake fight until Saya Ida gets in there and turns their chest into like Walter's in the ring with them. But yeah. I mean, that's kind of the modern pro wrestling in a way. Modern pro wrestling is a bunch of not what we knew as wrestling, and people try to insist it's the best ever, and we know it's not. Like it's just not anymore. But it's this other.
It's sports entertainment now. That's what it is.
Yeah,
yeah.
I mean, we keep yeah.
It's a little bit of this, it's a little bit of that, and
yeah.
Yeah, it's not Flair and Barry Windham going 60, you know? No.
Certainly not. Nobody would have the patience for that anymore.
No.
I mean,
I remember watching one show that said 20-minute Iron Man match. I was like, 20 minutes.
I mean, people can't, watch the Snyder Cut. They're certainly not going to watch
a one. Wait till you get the Snyder Cut of Lucha Underground. No, I'm joking.
Speaking of Lucha Underground, I guess we know WWE does not have the rights because I found out that even though they own 51% of AAA, they couldn't secure like a lot of the rights for the Lucha Underground stuff because Jeff Cobb, all right, because his name in WWE is JC Mateo, right?
Right.
Yeah.
They originally filed the trademark for JC Matanza.
Really?
Yeah, they're going to call him JC Matanza, and somebody put a stop to that.
Oh, okay.
I guess
that was either, it was either the El Rey Network or MGM. Those are the two.
Yeah.
The rest of it.
Yeah, because if it's not AAA, then who? Right. The El Rey or MGM. Right. So somebody caught wind. And now the TKO said, but fuck you, I'm not going to pay, or they couldn't come to an agreement because I'm sure. I mean, come on, man. The WWE, come on, man. Money talks. If they would have wanted in, I'm sure they could have had it,
Well, I'm sure it depended on the price too.
Yeah.
And they might not have just wanted to sell off one piece.
True.
It might have been like, you want the whole thing, buy the whole thing.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
This isn't a card shop. You gotta buy the whole set.
Right. That's true. That's true. Because I was hoping to see Matanza would have been hot, man. Yeah, but he's still doing tour of the islands. Yeah, he's still doing tour of the islands, and they're calling it tour of the islands. So.
Yeah, but what was it? What would they call it? What was the Matanza's name for it?
I'm trying.
Yeah, they called it something else. Yeah.
Let me look.
I forgot the name of what they used.
Let me see.
That's so funny because Cobb doesn't look so big, and he says next to Jacob Fatu.
Yeah. Well, we talked in the past that he was short. Like
he's short.
Because we'd all seen him
standing next to me. I mean,
yeah.
They say he's 5'10". He's not even 5'10", is he?
No, he's not 5'10". I have to look at my photo again, but I mean, he's certainly 5.
Yeah, because you towered over him, didn't you?
I'm definitely taller than him. I don't know if I'm 4 inches taller. But...
I mean, I'm 5'11" and a half, so like I probably would look like who knows what next to him. So
yeah, because they say 5'10". I'm like, no. Because he looks tiny next to fucking Solo Sikoa and fucking Jacob Fatu. I mean, height-wise.
When I saw him at Ring of Honor, he seemed pretty short. I saw him at Ring of Honor.
Yeah, I saw him at Ring of Honor too. Yeah, he's imposing because of his width. He's a fire hydrant.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's like it always tricks the eyes. I'm not scared of heights. I'm scared of whips. So yeah, but yeah, JC Matanza. Imagine that.
Yeah,
That would have been something.
yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, I kind of called they would try to do that.
yeah,
It would have made more sense. And honestly, they could have had Matanza against the Wyatt sickos.
yeah. That would have been hot. They made their return last night too. The Wyatt. I mean the Y6 showed
Yeah,
up last night on SmackDown.
yeah,
It was Bray
yeah.
Wyatt's birthday too, so I had to lit a candle and a cake in the middle of the ring.
Oh wow, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, after the show went off the air. So, but yeah, but yeah, I wasn't feeling that triple threat match from Flair and Zelina Vega and fucking Julia. I thought it was atrocious.
I like. It's not just Julia. It's fucking Julia.
Yeah,
Fucking Julia. She's ruining everything.
she looks fantastic. I mean, she looks great, man, especially with the braids and her entrance. And I'm like, oh, okay, she's killing it already. But then I don't know what it is, but I think you might hit the nail on the head, Pedro.
What?
I think it might be a communication issue.
I don't know. I mean, I didn't see it. I saw clips, right? And the clips I saw, I mean, I don't know. It was whatever it was. You you guys, if you think back through the past few years, you can find examples of me saying that Julia's not that great in the ring compared to like the other girls who were in Stardom. Now,
Yeah.
they had way more. A lot of the girls I'm talking about had way more experience than she did when she got thrust into the main event of Stardom, because she was kind of thrust there immediately upon arriving in Stardom. She was like less than 2 years into her career at that point in time. But Bushiroad had investment towards her being, because of her look and everything. They had investment towards her being a star for them. So she was kind of thrust into a position when she didn't have the experience really for it. You see what I'm saying? So she never really got to develop the way, like, say, if you see someone like a Starlight Kid or an Azumi or something, these girls have been wrestling for more than 10 years at this point, and they're so young. I know, but because they were kids. But they have like 10 years of experience. They're like machines at this point, right? She didn't get to that. She didn't get to that sort of level of development, right? So, and she always had kind of bad ideas, in my opinion. It's something I've said before.
I think she should have stayed in NXT. I mean, I don't know why they should. I mean, like, I don't know why they rushed into the main roster. I think she should have stayed in NXT.
Either. I thought she needed more time in NXT as well, but they must have had some reason for it. So who knows? We gotta let it play out. This is just her first.
Yeah. But the thing that gets me was that other appearances on the main roster, she was fine in the ring.
Right.
I mean, nobody's going to confuse her for the best wrestler of all time, but she was good. But that match last night, the timing, everything was off. It didn't look good. It didn't look good. So like, I don't know if it was her and Charlotte. I don't know if it was just the day they couldn't communicate right, but yeah, it was no bueno.
She's like, it's my first day. I'm joking.
Yeah.
Well, it, for whatever reason, that's just how it is right now, and
that's why you need house shows. This is why you need house shows.
They still do.
Iron that shit out.
Yeah, but
not as much. It's not as much.
Cutting them back.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Even more so. Yeah.
And then also, for some reason, now why would anyone get mad that that WWE changed the the city and venue from next year's WrestleMania from
People are up in arms about that, Zeus. Did you read?
from
Did you read
New
that? They're
Orleans
going crazy.
back to Vegas.
Yeah, because you know the way that Rock announced it already, and blah blah blah.
Okay, like if you live in New Orleans, sure, I understand. Maybe you're upset that it was coming to your town, but I mean, I see all these weird ass people complaining about it. And I'm like, I don't understand what difference it makes when 99.
Yeah, you're gonna be watching it on TV. That's like the rest of us, right?
I mean,
Yeah, supposedly Vegas is offering them some kind of deal to make it like a semi-regular stop.
Yeah, yeah, that's. I mean, that sounds about right, doesn't it? I mean,
yeah. So I don't know, but yeah, I don't know why these people are up in arms. It's business. Hello, they're getting a better offer. Oh, they're already, they committed and blah blah blah, and they announced it.
I mean, AEW had to cancel that whole show in that bigger arena in Australia and move it to a whole different city and smaller arena, because they thought they were going to sell a lot of tickets and they didn't.
I don't think they moved it to a different city.
Or just different and much smaller venue.
Yeah, it went from a stadium to an arena. Yeah, is what happened. But the problem,
it's not like they're famous for big arenas in Australia.
The problem with that whole deal was they wouldn't refund the people who had spent all that money on the stadium ones, and they didn't have a choice of like where their seats would be in the arena. Like they still had a ticket to the show, right? But they didn't get to pick like where their seats were going to be.
No,
like they did.
I'd be pissed off. No.
And then the show that they got was like originally it was going to be a pay-per-view, and then later it was not a pay-per-view, and people were really upset and blah blah. Anyways, you guys know. We talked about it when all that stuff was going on.
Yeah, that's not good.
You know how them people be. It's tribalism, Zeus. I mean, it's just all that stuff.
Stupid.
I mean, like Zeus said, unless you live in New Orleans and you know how plans are going to the show, okay, but everybody else could be sitting at home and watching it, just like the rest of us, or the only people I can see who truly get upset are the smaller indie people who like have to book.
Yeah, but they don't have to book this far in advance. I mean, this is plenty.
Some people do.
It's literally only a month in a few weeks after WrestleMania.
True.
So I mean, and anyway, like, you're sponging off of them anyway.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry, but pick your ass up and go sponge somewhere else.
Yeah. Because all those indie shows were all around WrestleMania. They all invade the town around WrestleMania weekend. So yeah, I get it. But I mean, unless you actually had a ticket to the show, then don't bitch. So what? They moved it. Okay.
The tickets haven't even gone on sale yet.
Right. Exactly. So there you go. So you have no reason to bitch. Unless you legit planned on going. Like I stayed for it. It was announced. I'm going to save. I'm going to take the time. I'm going to make a weekend out of it.
If you didn't get insurance on fucking being able to cancel a reservation or something.
Yeah, you're an idiot.
That's your dumbass.
Yeah.
But yes, clearly, tribalism, Pedro.
No, it's clearly WWE bad. Well, they are. I guess everyone's bad to some extent. But
everything's
do something.
Everything's cutthroat. I mean, that's the thing. Everything's cutthroat.
WWE needs to do something about their. I mean, WWE needs to do something about the ticket prices because they're becoming truly outrageous.
Truly,
they're
truly,
not going to
truly
drop it until people
outrageous.
stop going, James.
Yeah, I know. I know.
And
It's sad too. It's sad because people will pay for it.
I bet you that though that after Cena retires, I think it might cool down a little bit unless they do something really big.
Right.
You know, because it's gonna Cena not being here is gonna leave a big hole, and you know they're either gonna have to elevate somebody and just go really over the top with it like they could with Dominic or something. You know,
I'm
Or do
ready.
Rock versus Reigns.
I'm ready for our era of Dominic.
Yeah, Dom with the strap. Let's do it.
Dirty Dom era.
Yeah, the Dirty Dom era needs to happen.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's so funny how they brought this past Monday on Raw. So funny how Finn Balor brought Roxanne Perez to the Judgment Day clubhouse, and she was flirting with Dom. She got him some chicken nuggets, and I was like,
Yeah.
"Yo, how does Dom keep getting all these chicks?" Yeah, Raquel's gonna live in there. Now he's got Roxanne flirting with him. I'm like, Dirty Dom's the man.
He's got the Latino eat.
You got the Latino eat.
Yeah. It's just like his father. No, I'm joking.
Exactly. That's the ultimate the ultimate Sons match they could have be Braun Breaker versus Dominic Mysterio.
Oh my god.
Yeah, there you go. Oh man.
Because like we've seen. Have you seen the Brock's daughter won another national championship in
Yeah.
Charlotte?
Yeah. Yo, she's scary looking, man.
Yeah.
Not for nothing.
She is. I mean, it's like Sable's genes didn't even try.
Nope.
Yeah.
I think Brock is the mother and the father.
Brock's DNA is so strong. It devours all other DNA.
It does, man.
He fucking colonized Sable.
Right?
Damn. Damn.
Yikes.
Oh man, because she's
killing those records, man.
Yeah, man. I would not want to. I feel sorry for whoever she decides to mate with. She's gonna break him.
Okay, James, I'm gonna. I know the answer to this, but Brock's kid versus Bozilla. who's
oh man.
Who's winning your heart, James? I'm joking.
Bozilla's already standing on his face. I mean,
I know, but Bozilla's an easy choice in this one. Bozilla's an easy choice.
Turned James into Tony Atlas.
Yeah. Damn.
Dude, like, I'm standing on my face.
Oh yeah. You guys keep Tony Atlas away from shoe stores. Yeah, not good.
Oh my
Jesus. Tony Atlas.
And then Pedro, you got those Joshi shows happening near you.
Oh yeah, there's there's besides there's the Tokyo Joshi Pro ones, right? And then Spark, is that what it is? Spark Joshi, whatever, that US indie thing that tries to be a Joshi thing. They're going to be doing something with one of the indies around Houston in that same time period as well. And their champion at the moment is Hazuki from Stardom. So yeah, there's a number of that stuff happening around sort of nearby in like June, late June or July, whenever it is. But I'm not going to any of that. but yeah, that stuff is happening around here.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Um,
Oh man, that's funny.
James, did you see that autographed Raquel Gonzalez or Rodriguez
No,
card?
I haven't seen any stuff. No, I haven't seen any stuff.
I think I posted in there yesterday in the Markout Mania thing.
Yeah.
But let me see. I'll put it up here. Let me see if I can find it. Because I got bad eyesight. Yeah. That Great Muda thing, is it out yet?
Yeah, people have that. Yeah, people have bought it.
Oh, okay.
Really?
Action figure.
That's actually hot, man.
Yeah, that's what that photo is from my mutual. That he was the guy that ripped Charlotte Flair a new one.
Oh, okay. There, James, do you see it?
Hold on, let me see. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'll blow it up. Yeah, see.
I see. Yeah, autograph Raquel.
Yesterday I had one of 247. Who knows what it is now?
It should say to James love Raquel. That's what it should say. But it's okay.
Well, there's only 6,000 of those floating around. So
It should say, "Hi,
Yeah.
Jimmy, it's Rocky. Hey, Jimmy, it's Rocky. I come to say hi. Yay!" Yeah. Yeah, Saturday's main event, which is gonna suck balls, but I'm gonna be all in it.
Now we're gonna hear
I might have
how good it was later. It'll be on Peacock if you have Peacock.
Yeah, I do have Peacock.
It's on NBC too. It's national. It's on channel. Yeah, it's on NBC.
I don't have cable.
It's on
Yeah, I was
regular
gonna say
TV.
I don't have.
Fucking. Oh yeah, that's right. Oh, okay.
No, I don't. But the rest of
you
my
have
house
local
does, but I
channels. Yeah, I was gonna
The
say
rest
you
of
have
my
local
house
channels.
does, but I don't.
Yeah, but yeah,
The
but
rest
it's
of my
gonna be
house
on
has
Peacock, right?
DirecTV.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
it'll be on Peacock.
Yeah, but it'll be on Peacock.
I was looking at all the content they have for WCW. They have all of Thunder. They have all of Nitro. They have a ton of the pay-per-views.
Yeah.
They have it seems like they have everything except like the old Crockett stuff. They have
They got some of it. They got some of it, but
5 seasons worth. Well, I guess 5 years worth.
Yeah.
So it starts in November '85. So, but I mean, it's a lot. They got all the Starcades, Halloween Havocs, Wrestle War, Clash of Champions, Thunder.
Yeah.
So.
They got some of the Crockett stuff, but not a lot. But yeah, they got some of the good stuff on there, though.
Yeah, they got some good stuff. I mean, I can go rewatch a lot of
stuff. Oh yeah, they got a lot of good pay-per-views out that easily be watchable on the heartbeat.
Yeah.
I mean, you can sit there and watch some of those old school Halloween Havocs.
Yeah.
All the good shit. Starcade. I'm down for that.
Yeah, it's really upsetting that the thumbnail for the Starcade section has got Hogan on it.
Yeah, that's horrible.
Ugh.
Real American asshole.
Real beer from a real American. Never mind.
Yeah, real beer from a real American asshole. Yeah, go. Yeah, okay, go away.
Sounds
you and Billy Jack Haynes could put your heads together and make an ass out of yourself.
If I don't think anyone should be getting together with Billy Jack Haynes.
That guy. Yo, you guys got to watch that Dark Side of the Ring. That shit that comes out of his mouth. Oh my god.
So worse than Marty.
Oh, Zeus, you have no clue, man. This guy says amazing shit that comes out of his mouth. He said that Vince McMahon Sr. was his real dad.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Funny. Dear Lord.
I don't know why this popped into my head, but I saw a clip from some Japanese idol show the other day, and this girl, she contorted her body into like a swastika, and they put this little graphic of this little anime pig with an SS hat thing like in the corner, and people were laughing, and I was like, this is how it is in other places.
What?
Yikes. Yikes.
I was like, this is one of those things where you go, yeah, this is other cultures.
Yikes.
This is other
Jesus.
cultures. I don't know why it popped into my head when you were talking about Billy Jack Haynes. I don't know why.
No, I can understand if you said Ludwig Borga.
Oh yeah, maybe that's what I was thinking of.
Ludwig Borga earlier.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Wow, that's yeah. I don't want to see that show. I'm good.
Yeah.
Wow, that's some shit.
Yeah.
That's some shit. I started watching Thunderbolts, and I couldn't even. Yeah.
How far did you make
I
it?
gotta watch it. I gotta watch it when I feel better because it's hard for me to pay attention now. You know.
Yeah.
But I started watching. I was like, caca.
James, maybe it's better if you don't pay attention. Maybe now is the perfect time to watch it.
Yeah, that is true. That is true, Pedro. Good job. Yeah. But I was like, wait a minute. What? Hold on. Who the fuck made Bucky Barnes a U.S. Senator? What? I was like, wait, what?
Well, you got Temu Captain America on there.
Yeah.
Ugh. And you got Temu Black Widow on there.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Oh no, she's not bad.
She's not bad, but she definitely graduated from the school of Kristen Stewart acting.
Yes.
Holy God, she got the emotional range of a fucking toaster.
I could say the line light, or I could say it dark. If you want emotion, just add butter. Yeah, it's just tough. It's tough. And I was watching it, and I'm like, I stopped it when they first introduced Sentry. I was like, I can't watch this from here. I stopped. He was like, "Hi, I'm Bob." I was like, "Okay, that's all I need to see. That's it. I'm done." He literally said, "Hi, I'm Bob." That's how they introduced the Sentry.
Yeah, which is that's Temu Superman.
Yeah. So I was like, yeah. As soon as he said, "Hi, I'm Bob," he had the stupid look on his face. I stopped it. I was like, yeah, okay. I'll revisit you another day. I was like, "Where's Sinners? Why the hell am I watching this shit?"
Yeah, I so don't care. My coworker David, he's like, no, you don't get it. It's like a thing. It's like a thing about.
Yeah, we got it. We just don't want it.
I'm like, I don't want to watch a superhero movie about a bunch of fucking superheroes who are fucking depressed. Oh, fuck off.
That's what you're talking about, that new Superman trailer, right, Zeus?
Oh yeah, I'd love to see Mr. Peepers as fucking Superman.
Yeah.
Mr. Peepers! Damn it.
Yeah. Bah, bah, bah.
I can't believe that's the reference you went for. All the characters of Chris Kattan, that's the one you went to.
Right. You can never unsee that. You can never
I guess it's better than if you had said mango.
Yeah, right?
I guess it's better than saying mango.
Oh, man. That's a killer.
You can't have the Superman.
And there's a guy named There's a wrestler named Fodder.
Fodder?
Fodder, yes, Fodder.
Like Fodder?
Yes, like F-O, yes, and he wrestles in AML.
Oh
And
my
he
god!
looks like Chris Kattan too.
Why would you call yourself that though? Like that?
I don't know. He's a heel.
But you're just gonna be a jobber.
It sounds like that, doesn't it?
Oh, Father.
If your gimmick is,
hello, Fodder.
but like, look. If your name is Fodder and your gimmick is being Fodder, you can't then just be the super villain heel because it's just not. It's gonna be dumb.
Yeah.
Like who wants to see Fodder win? You want to see Fodder lose. You want to see them get cut down like Fodder.
Yeah.
People try anything these days. I'm not saying it's good, but they're trying.
Who's that one
That
dude
is not good.
Who's that one dude in TNA is like Jake something? Like that's literally his name, like Jake.
Name, yeah.
It's such a stupid ass
Jake something.
name. It's such a stupid ass name. Like,
well, yeah,
my name is
you got Dana Brooke going Ash by Elegance.
right.
They're trying. I didn't say it was good, but they're trying.
Let's see. The Marigold had a big show today.
I just want Bozilla to come to NXT already. Cut the bullshit. Come on.
She's dealing with injury and family and
yeah.
I'm joking because she's not injured.
My time while I'm healing.
Maybe that's code word for preparing to go somewhere else. But
learning English.
Marigold Nane Takahashi had her retirement. 29 years a wrestler. Started out. She was the last ever 3WA champion in the All Japan Women. She was the last person to hold that red belt, and she retired. It's funny. Her debut match was against Momoe Takahashi. What was her name? Was it Takahashi or was it Nakanishi? Whatever her last name was. Do you remember her? She was a very small girl. She's super athletic.
Vaguely.
So they were a tag team for a while in All Japan Women, but their very first debut match was against each other, and then at the Marigold show after Nane's retirement match, she had like a little gauntlet. She had a short gauntlet where people came out to the ring and wrestled her, and they had all kind of Yumiko Hata came out. Who's ancient, and she came out and did a thing with her and all kinds of stuff. But the last person was Momoe. So her first match and her very last match was the same opponent. So she retired.
Okay.
But also on that show, Mayu Iwatani won a title already in her second or third match in Marigold. She's now won a title already. So she won the super flyweight title or whatever they're calling it. So.
I want to see the triad.
Yeah, don't hold your breath.
I know. That would have been hot because they would have the triad. They would have Matanza. They would have everybody. Everybody's there.
I felt a little bad for Kyrie this week because I think Zoe Stark was meant to take the pin in that three-way.
Yeah.
Then her knee exploded. Her knee exploded, and so Kyrie had to take the pin.
People were saying that it was Kyrie's fault. And I was like, no, it wasn't Kyrie's fault.
She was it's probably just a miscommunication between both of them. It's probably both their fault. She was out of place, and the other one just kind of jumped off, but she jumped off and she called Kyrie's name in midair. So
yeah,
why? Kind of hard to get there at that point. Yeah, kind of hard to get there at that point.
Yeah, as I say, it's not Kyrie's fault. I mean, it's not.
I
I
think
mean,
it's just one of
she's
those
supposed to
things that
deliver.
happen.
She's supposed to deliver. She's supposed to deliver the dropkick, not land on her leg. So
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, that's kind of weird, isn't it? Like you should be landing kind of on your side or your back or
yeah,
something like that. Like,
that's why people said it was Kari's fault because she was out of position. But I said I'm with you, Pedro. I said no, but Zoe Stark called it in midair. She called
well,
Kyrie in midair.
Kyrie can
Like,
still
come
be
on.
out of position. Okay, she can still be out of position in the thing, but it's like she was late to get to position, right?
Well, yeah, they're calling it in midair. I mean, you got to
Yeah.
be hello. I mean, that's it's tough. It's tough. I don't think it's nobody's fault. I think shit happened. That's it. Is she correct?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just one of those things. Stuff happens
Yeah,
sometimes. And,
yeah. That's it.
uh, Zeus and I, when we watched that Wrestle Kingdom thing with Desperado and Doki, I mean, I don't know why Doki decided to land, like, to put his arm out the way he did. Like, I mean, of all the ways to land from that, why did he decide to do that? But it's just one of those things that happens,
It's just
right?
like it's like he was up in midair. It was like, oh fuck, it's really high up here. I mean, he's a short guy, and he cleared that fucking whole turnbuckle.
Yeah, he did.
It's like, yeah.
I think sometimes people do things just instinctively, and it's not what they should do.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
and it was so bad for early in the match.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't make any sense to do that so early.
Yeah. Oof. Here's your pain.
We'll see what else.
Oh, where has my wrestling gone?
And it just went, man.
Yeah, it's gone.
Just went. I mean, Vince has been trying to get the wrestling out of wrestling for a long time now. So,
But it doesn't mean other people should do it.
Well,
I mean, but that's what everybody wants now.
You can always watch the best wrestling ever, James, of all time.
Oh, you mean with the wrestler who's the greatest wrestler before there were wrestlers, even in the Greco-Roman times of wrestling? Will Ospreay? Yeah.
James, just start clapping and go, be elite, be elite.
No, thank you. I'll leave that to Lux.
Right.
You want to be deluxe like Lux and be in the cult.
Have you asked him about these Lux boxes at Taco Bell?
No.
They got like a $9 Lux box. Looks kind of good.
Really? I've had Taco Bell in a long time. Damn, Zeus, I just put that in my head.
I'm sorry, Taco Bell never, ever, ever sounds appealing to me ever.
That's because you've never been drunk, Pedro.
Yeah, exactly.
I have been drunk. I have been drunk.
2 o'clock in the morning, Taco Bell hits.
I've seen too many things at Taco Bell. The last time I was at a Taco Bell, this is a long time ago. This is like 2007 or something. Or could be even sooner. It could be 2005. Stephanie and I went to eat somewhere, and she didn't like her, so she didn't eat much. And so later, she wanted to stop at Taco Bell, and so we stopped at Taco Bell, and she was eating something, and a roach came out of the wall.
Oh, come on!
And then she dropped something, and I went to pick it up, and a roach scurried under like a little sauce packet that was on the floor. So you have that. Okay, but now when I was in high school, there was someone I knew who worked at a Taco Bell. And one time he told us a detail that I could never get out of my head. They used to have a burrito back then called the 7-layer burrito. Do you remember the Taco Bell 7-layer burrito?
Yeah.
I used to like the 7-layer burrito. I used to eat it. And it had rice in it. Well, he was telling us that they would find earwigs in the rice. You know those little bugs? That they would find earwigs in the bags of rice. and I never ate that burrito again. But see, these things compiled for me to where I'm like, yeah, I can't, I just don't.
I just ate the tacos, but still, now you're telling me there's earwigs and the food and
Well, that was in the 90s, which is, to be fair, that's like 30 years ago. I mean, to be fair, that's a long time ago.
Jesus, right? Pedro.
I used to like the Mexican pizza. Remember the Mexican pizza at Taco Bell?
Yeah. Yeah, I remember those. I used to like the soft tacos they used to have, and they put it in the hard shell outside. I used to like that.
Double decker.
Double
decker.
There
you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they did one where they did nacho cheese.
Yeah.
Between the soft shell and hard shell. I like the
beans.
I like the beans one better. But it's hard to beat the Mad TV skit where they, the guy, the authentic Mexican guy, he's all upset about the taco, working in a Taco Bell, and she's like, look, it's a squirt of the brown, a squirt of the white, and a squirt of the green. He's like tacos are not made with squirts. Tacos are made with love. Fucking Frank Caliendo comes in and orders a chalupa. He's like, a chalupa? You want me to make you a chalupa? Wait, I'm gonna have to go to the lumberyard and buy a bunch of fucking pine boards because a chalupa is a small wooden boat.
Yeah. I remember that was the word, right? Everybody was like, I'm gonna get a chalupa. I'm gonna get a chalupa. Everybody was saying chalupa at one point.
Yeah.
Like, okay, relax.
Yeah. It was very popular.
Yeah. I haven't had Taco Bell. I haven't had Chipotle. I haven't had any of that stuff in years.
I've never had Chipotle, so I can't say about that.
So Chipotle used to be a really good value. And you could get a big steak bowl for $10. And
that's not bad.
They pile it, with, rice, beans, if you want lettuce and the meat and, salsa and all that stuff, corn, all, whatever you want, basically nice, big, heavy thing for $10. But over the last year or so, they've got really, really cheesy with the portion, and the people's attitude just sucks. And the ones up here are always running out of shit. Like, I'll go there and they'll be like, oh, we don't have any meat except for like barbacoa. And I'm like, ugh.
Hey, just a quick welcome to Thomas Brooks. Hello, how's it going?
Welcome up?
Hey, Thomas.
Hi, Thomas. We're bitching about
Taco Bell and Chipotle.
Yeah, Chipotle, which I believe.
How the hell did we get on this anyway?
Wait, I want to say something really fast though about Taco Bell. There's someone I know named Travel. We call him Travel Guru VT. That's his handle on YouTube, Travel Guru VT.
Oh, and yeah.
He travels all over the place into a lot of other countries and stuff, and he'll sometimes show like the food from Popeyes or Taco Bell and etc. from other countries. And like other countries, Taco Bell have like margaritas, like alcoholic margaritas and stuff to drink. Like,
that's hot.
I know, right? Isn't that?
Well, that's kind of like my, that Red Cinema I used to go to. They had the, pizza oven and the, they had expensive wine and craft beers you could get.
Mm.
Yeah. Well, it's like Sal's Pizza over here, because I got a Sal's Pizza, ordered a pie, and then I had a Peroni on top as I wait. So, you can't beat that.
Beer.
Yeah, I'm dying for a beer. I need liquid painkiller because the regular painkillers just kick my ass.
Oh man, I know. I'm very familiar with pain lately, but
yeah, poor Pedro on his shoulder.
Yeah. when I was streaming
I'll
last
trade you
night.
my neck for a job.
No, yeah, you're going through way more than I am. You're going through way more than I am, James.
I was glad you traded you my neck for your shoulder, Pedro. How about that?
Yeah, my shoulder is very functional. It's very functional, so really shouldn't complain. Yeah, during when I do the streams on Twitch, sometimes I'm like, oh, they don't know how much nerve pain I'm going through playing the guitar, but it's one of them things. It's just a thing. It's an old friend saying hello.
I feel like I was in a fight scene in Colors.
You're in
Oz. I was a stunt double in Oz. I got shanked.
You're like in a Viggo Mortensen movie, like getting. What's that one?
Yeah.
Eastern
The History of Violence
Promises or something. Yeah.
Yeah, Eastern Promises, a history of violence. Brutal.
Eastern Promises is the one with the fight in the bath, right? In the public bath.
Yeah.
That's right.
It's a good movie. I enjoyed that movie. That History of Violence. He's good in History of Violence too.
Yeah. Any movies or TV shows you guys have been consuming?
God, I'd watched some stuff this week. I just can't remember what the hell it was. I watched the damn Escape from Dannemora again.
That's good. I actually enjoyed that.
Yeah, it's so watchable, and the interaction and the dialogue and all everything. It's just really all around really solid limited series.
I forgot the name of the series, but it's a limited series about the British couple in the 80s who buried their daughter in their front yard. Turned out to be fucking 9 people got buried.
Yeah, that was a famous case back in the day.
Yeah.
They had bodies all over their house, didn't they? Or
yeah, in the walls. I was like, holy shit. Oh yeah, it was wild. I watched that. There's some shows I got lined up that I want to watch. You know, we'll see. I don't know if I can finish Thunderbolts. I don't know. I'm gonna try again.
It's the time to do it, James. When you
I know.
can't pay attention, just fall asleep during it, and just when it's over, be like, "Oh yeah, I saw it."
Oh yeah, I watched it. Yeah, it was good. I want to watch Sinners. I gotta find that so I can watch it. I want to watch the Daphne episode of Dark Side of the Ring. I gotta watch that. A few things I want to check out.
See, I'm looking at some stuff Stephanie and I watched lately. We had never seen this before. We finally watched My Dinner with Andre. We had never seen this movie before, but we finally watched that. Have y'all ever seen that?
Yeah, I've seen that.
No.
I don't know if you would like it serious.
Okay.
It's a 2-hour conversation between people.
That's basically what it is. Yeah.
There's no. When I say like they're telling stories, it's not like you go to a recreation of that story. It's just
it's like you sit down with a guy at a table and he just
telling you a story. Yeah. They just talk for 2 hours.
Like Four Score several years ago. Yeah.
That sounds terrible.
Yeah, we've been watching some documentaries. We saw Thank You Very Much about Andy Kaufman. We saw a Freak Scene about Dinosaur Jr. And we saw Louder Than You Think about Gary Young. So those are some of the stuff we saw lately. And then the Mulholland Drive. Yeah. So that's some of the stuff we've been watching.
Nice.
I don't know.
Logan Paul.
I was looking through some of these old results of shows I went to, and Like I gotta make a spreadsheet of some of this stuff because there's people I'm like, God, I forgot that like Eddie was at this one Nitro I was at, and and this SmackDown I was at, it was Randy Orton against Hardcore Holly, and
Yeah. You forgot that you start noticing other people that you actually seen. You're like, oh shit, I saw that person.
yeah.
You know, like I saw Jeff Cobb. I saw Mayu Iwatani. I mean, fuck, I saw Lasertron. So there you go. It's it's something.
Yeah.
I am jelly. I'm jelly. He got to see Mayu. But,
I was all up close. I was all up in it, Pedro. I was whispering your name in her ear.
What?
I don't even think we understood the depths of his fandom back then, though.
Yeah, he was going. Yeah, he was cuckoo.
Cuckoo.
Yeah, you start like I seen Superfly do the Superfly.
Yeah.
I saw Morocco do the Tombstone way before it was called the Tombstone. It was called Hawaiian Hammer. I've seen Ric Flair do the Figure Four. It's you're like, wow.
I think we've all seen Ric Flair do the Figure Four
Yeah.
more than once.
No, we see some shit. I mean, like I've seen Tommy Dreamer get stapled in the head. I mean, but we see some shit. So. I saw the Sandman. He grabbed my empty beer cup. It's just, shit. Like, oh yeah, I saw that person.
Oh yeah,
but you might be able to find the results of that whole show, James.
Yeah, I gotta look. Yeah,
because Cage Match has a ton of the results.
Yeah,
that and like, if you went to an ECW show, it was videotaped.
Yeah.
It's RF videotaped every one of their shows.
They should have a bunch of them from the Outslog in Queens. Yeah, because I went to a few of those.
Yeah.
How much money did our video make off all of us at one point in time?
Yeah, I know.
I think he was the only. Wasn't he the only one videotaping ECW?
Yeah, outside of their commercial stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean,
so you must have made a mint.
They were there from almost day one. I know that. Like probably.
Well, that's where I got all my tapes from. I got all my tapes from our video. Yeah.
And you could get a discount on if you wanted to buy the event you were at that night. You could pre-order it, pay for it, and get a discount.
Right.
That night instead of waiting to buy it off them later. So.
Which I didn't do, right?
I definitely bought all three of mine on VHS.
I barely found the exit sign, so I should be happy with that.
I need to go in there and order the DVDs of them, and then buy a DVD player.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I could probably play it in my Xbox.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say if you have a computer or something, you might be able to play it as well. So.
No, my iMac ain't got no drive. It ain't got no power, nothing.
Okay.
Yeah, I was at the. Yeah, there was a. Yeah, I went to a few important ECW shows. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm sure they'll be able to get it on video. Yeah, I mean, you start thinking about all the people who you saw back in the day. Oli and On, I saw as a tag team. Steamboat. I've seen Sting when he was young, and then I saw Sting in his last match. So it was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I only saw Crow Sting. That's the only Sting I got to see.
I've never seen Crow Sting. I never saw Crow Sting.
I didn't get to see. I like Surfer Sting the best. That's me.
Yeah,
I've seen a couple. I've seen Surfer Sting a couple times. Yeah.
Yeah, see, I didn't get to see the best Sting. I saw the Crow Sting.
I mean, hey, I saw Sting defend the world title against Ric Flair. So,
and
See, that's hot.
James, you did kind of see Crow Sting.
Oh,
yeah.
You were at his last show. You're at his retirement.
Yeah, that's true. Right, yeah.
I didn't see
No, well, okay.
WCW or TNA.
Yeah, if you want to count that,
Yeah.
And he better stay retired. That's all I got to say.
He will never appear in the ring again. Never. Not in England or anywhere.
I was bamboozled. Oh man.
He will
Yeah,
definitely not appear in Dallas. He won't appear in Dallas.
Yeah, I mean, you went to WrestleMania, right, Pedro?
I did. WrestleMania 17 at the Astros.
Yeah, that's hot. I mean, that's hot.
Arguably the greatest one of all time.
That was hot.
But I've said this before. Live, it didn't seem that way. It didn't seem like it was the best WrestleMania of all time. It was. I mean, it was a good show, but it just it just didn't read that way live in person.
Yeah, I mean,
But you're caught up in it. That's why. You're all caught up in it. You don't get to see anything else around you.
But also he didn't have the commentary.
Right.
Giving him that extra layer of drama. I mean, you were left to that. That they had to build that all on their own. In the ring.
Like, I think I've mentioned this before, but the live. I remember we thought the Triple H Undertaker match on that show was the best match because it was such a spectacle. It seemed a spectacle watching it from in the stands in person. And then the main event, Austin and Rock, didn't seem as good as it was. And then you watch. I remember 2 or 3 months later when we got the DVD and we could finally see the show. Because we didn't watch it on pay-per-view because we were there, and then we watched it on DVD, and then you're like, "Oh, the main event is the best match on the show."
Yeah.
The Undertaker Triple H was not so great. It was all right, but live it seemed better than it did on the DVD. And another thing with that specific thing, Motorhead. So live in person, Motorhead played the entrance for Triple H at WrestleMania 17. And this is the only time I ever got to see Motorhead live was this. And in person, it was really cool because Lemmy was stepping on a wah pedal on his bass. And towards the end, it was like going, wow, 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 doing all this stuff. And so I was totally in love with it. It sounded great. But then everyone was complaining about it. I remember I got home, everyone's complaining about it online, like, oh, they sucked. And then you watch when you watch the DVD, you're like, oh yeah, it sounds terrible here, but it sounded great in the Astrodome. So I don't know.
Yeah. See, that's why it's hard to, it's always going to be better in person. I mean, like all of us know that. It's always better in person. I mean, you come home and you watch the same show and you're like, yeah, it was okay. But there, because it's a totally different experience, I mean, I've been to some ECW shows and some WCW shows where like I'm there and I'm like, oh my God, it's the best thing ever. And then you watch that same show back, you're like, oh, really? That was it? It didn't seem like that, It was a hell of a lot better when I was there, So it's it's all about perspective.
Yep.
I'm waiting.
If you asked me back then, I would have swore to everything that was all the gods that Lasertron was the best superhero on the planet.
He was.
I mean, that man wrestled 3 matches in one night. He was amazing, But but fucking, who knew it was Gory Guerrero or something like whoever it was,
Lasertron.
Like a Hector Guerrero or whatever the fuck it was.
James, how are you? Do we need to wrap it up or
give me about 10-15 minutes and I'll be good. Yeah, I'm done. I'm done.
Oh, so you're are you saying
No,
you're ready?
no. Can we go for another 7 minutes?
Oh, okay. I misunderstood. Okay.
I mean, I'm done, but I want to go 10 minutes.
Oh yeah, I'm done. And then Brozilla shows up. I'll tell you when you're done.
Brozilla.
Who?
The not
Brozilla,
bro.
Pedro.
Who?
You said Brozilla.
Oh no! I
I'm
I
not
thought it said
down.
Bozilla.
I'm not down with Brozilla. No, no.
She can only send her brother to you, James.
I got 2 words for you. No, I'm not down with Brozilla. Brozilla will win. Yeah, Brozilla ain't happening. No, I'm good. I'll go back in the hospital for that. No. I'll say Brozilla with Brozilla. You know, you got me saying
We
Brozilla.
can't stop saying Brozilla now.
Oh, just show up at NXT and cut the drama already. But we all know that's where you're going. Jesus.
We'll see.
Like Jeff Cobb, I'm retiring. No, you're not. We all know you're going to show up at WWE.
James, I'm
Well-
gonna be honest. I haven't really heard anything about what Bozilla's next move is. No one's really like I haven't seen any rumors really like floating around about it. So I really don't know.
She'll eventually. I think she'll eventually end up there because she's not blind.
But here's the
You know,
thing: all those rumors are started by guys like Dave and Brian.
Mm.
Yeah,
You know?
Unfortunately, yeah, you're right, Zeus. Yeah,
Because they like to make shit up.
yeah.
You know, and you know, so that's just whatever that is. You know, and then like
No, I agree.
you know, and then we see this week, you know, they said Josh Alexander you know, said in an interview that he signed with AEW because the owner of that company cares about people. And I'm like,
Yeah.
Oh, fucking joke.
all right, well,
Yeah.
welcome to AEW. Catering's over there. You know, this is where you'll be in about 30 days.
Yeah. He cares about people. Yeah, okay.
I mean, everybody's got good and bad. You gotta be, you know, fantastic, and you know, you're not. You're.
Why can't he just? I want people to be honest. Why can't he just say, "I wasn't going to get that kind of money in WWE. He offered the money. I jumped at the money. I took the money." That's all you got to say. That's all you got to say.
I mean, yeah, or just, I mean, don't say it like that.
But why not, Zeus?
Because you sound like a whore.
Well.
They're a whore.
If you're gonna pay me $5 million to say bitch, guess what? I'll be your whore.
Because you're a whore.
I'll be a fucking whore in a heartbeat. I'll say bitch all day long.
James,
great big whore.
James, your heartbeats are very precious right now, James.
I'll whore him out for $5 million. Yeah. $1 million a beat. Let's go.
James, I tried to make a joke last night. I said, I accidentally said, I think Zeus said you had something about rush hour, right, Zeus? In the in the chat.
I said nobody understand the word coming out of your mouth.
Yeah. and I accidentally said rush hour is rush hour. And then I was saying, what do you know what Roosh hour is? And I said Roosh hour is the time that Roosh spends in catering in AEW. So
nice.
And I said, don't ever say that again.
Yeah.
Oh man, I gotta start listening.
You know, that's a bad dad. That was bad dad joke right there.
Yeah. Making dad jokes.
Yeah, but I understand what you're saying, but you know, just come out and say, yo, I took the money. He's gonna pay me the most money. I took it. Fuck it.
But you know what? You know what Josh Alexander is getting besides money?
He's getting free shines for his earpieces.
He's getting 4 3/4 star rating matches in AEW because Meltzer gave him He was in a tag match. It was Alexander and Takashita versus Osprey and Hangman Page, and he gave it 4 3/4 stars. So basically a 5-star match for Josh Alexander.
Oof.
Yeah.
That's worth all the monies. All the monies.
Sometimes making all that money is not. It's not all sunshine. Just ask Juan Soto. I'll tell you. It's not all sunshine.
Hey, James, I wanted to ask you.
Mhm.
I heard people talking about. I didn't see this. I just heard people talking about it afterwards. The New York Knicks game from Wednesday. They're saying it's one of the best games of in a long time. Did you see
It was
any of
fucking
it?
atrocious. It was atrocious.
What happened? I don't even know what the score was. I just heard people.
The Knicks were up by 10. The fucking Knicks were up by 10 with 2 minutes to go, and they lost.
Really? They
In
lost?
the end, it came back. It did like it was like the ghost of Reggie Miller. It was the same shit all over again. 3 after 3 after 3 after 3. Yeah, with no defense.
They lost by 3 points in overtime.
Yeah, they came back and tied it with no time left.
Holy shit.
Yeah. I was like, oh my God, the Knicks are going to win game 1 at the Garden. Wrong. It was less than 2 minutes, the Knicks were up. Nope. It was horrible.
And they lost last night as well. I apologize. Yeah. I didn't know the scores. I wish I looked this up before I brought this up.
Thank you, Pedro. Thank you.
They lost by
Thank you for making my
5 points last night.
Hey, thank you for making my recovery harder. Thank you.
At least it wasn't in overtime.
Jesus.
The gap was bigger.
Oh my God.
And now they're down 0-2 going back to Indianapolis, right?
Yeah, I know. It was the ghost of Reggie Miller. It was the same shit all over again. I was like, wait a minute, what the hell's happening? Deja vu. Fucking paces.
Damn.
Horrible.
Damn.
Horrible.
But James, you may get a laugh at this. Zeus introduced me to Charles Barkley putting down San Antonio women last weekend. So,
you showed him that, Zeus?
They got them big old women.
Yeah. That's old school, Pedro. You think that? Yeah, you said that a long time ago. Yeah.
Yeah, I did. Apparently, he's been doing it for like decades now.
What? Yeah, Charles Barkley's the man. He don't give a shit. He says whatever he wants. Yeah.
That one.
Yeah, they got the big old women.
I gotta apologize to those women in San Antonio. Like, why is that, Charles? Because I finally tried churros, and they are fantastic. I know why them big old women are so big. The churros are delicious.
Guy's a savage, man. It's a savage. You don't care.
Nope.
Yeah. That man has no filter, none whatsoever.
No, in brain, out mouth.
Yeah, that's it. Plain and simple. That's it. Horrible.
That's
horrible. Yeah, but the Knicks fucking.
If he retires after next season, that's that's going to be.
What is this contract? Did he just re-sign? Right?
No. They extended it. They extended his contract.
Okay.
For one more year.
Okay.
He originally wasn't very happy with it, but I'm sure he's going to make a lot of money, and he'll.
So it's not TNT that's paying him, then it's Warner.
No, it's they're still working through TNT.
Got you. Okay. Okay.
So they're still they're like they're still getting paid. From what I understand, is that they're still getting paid by TNT. TNT's getting paid by, ESPN, Warner Brother, whatever.
Right. So there's no chance that he's going to go back to NBC.
No, none of
he's
them.
Go there?
None of them are because
none of them are, right?
Because Ernie won't go. Ernie will not leave TNT. That's why this is like this. Because Ernie is loyal to TNT because he's been with them for over 30 years now.
Yeah, I remember when he was doing baseball. Remember that? Yeah.
Yeah. And like I remember my my Sega Genesis
Yes.
NBA Live 95 was like
Eddie Johnson was on there. Yeah, yeah.
Um so yeah, so he won't leave TNT, so the show won't leave. Not with these guys, because everybody says they don't want to be they won't do the show without Ernie.
Right.
Shaq and Kenny and Charles said they won't do it without Ernie. Now, will it go on without Charles? Maybe. But
right.
see.
So NBC will have to pony up shit just a ton of money if they have any kind of hope of getting any one of them.
Yeah, yeah. Well, like I said, I mean, but it won't be inside the NBA
Right.
without Ernie.
So. Yeah, well, it can't be. I mean, yeah, it can't be. Yeah. Because I want to know how NBC is going to pull this off. Because the best commentators, they're on TNT.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. How old is Marv Albert?
Yeah, but he's not doing anything on a regular basis anymore, though, right?
No, he's not doing any. I don't even think he's doing any more games anywhere, is he?
I think, yeah, he's like 80 or something, right?
Yeah, I think he's done. So, can't have Ernie, you can't have the rest. That's it.
And Marv Albert went through that weird little controversy thing there.
Well, he decided to go hang out with the whores, and look what happened.
From 1967 to 2004, he was known as the voice of the New York Knicks.
Yep.
And he's 83.
Patrick Ewing.
Didn't Saturday Night Live or something do a joke like where they were imitating his voice, saying all this like sex stuff?
Yeah, well, yeah, because he got busted with a whole bunch of prostitutes. Yeah. So he was literally traveling with whores. Woo! He was doing it Molina style.
Yeah. We are canceled. Oh my goodness. Oh,
that's funny.
Yeah.
He was caught with a bunch of prostitutes.
He was. He was.
I know.
That's when they had the big deal because they had his mugshot and he wasn't wearing his toupee. And everybody was all up in arms. Yeah, everybody was up in arms. How do you take away his dignity and dignity? The man was like humping like 9 girls at one time. You're talking about dignity. I mean, I loved him because you're right, Zeus. He was the voice of the Knicks. He was.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, it was Marv Albert.
Marv Albert. So Saturday night's main event tonight, Battleground tomorrow, bullshit tomorrow as well, and
there was supposed to be a fourth show in Tampa. There was supposed to be a fourth show in Tampa on Tuesday, NXT, but they canceled it due to high ticket prices, lack of ticket sales for the NXT on Tuesday.
Oh damn! They're even raising the prices for the NXT shows. The NXT shows should stay like cheap, in my opinion.
It should stay in the fucking performance center. Okay, it shouldn't be in a fucking arena.
Well, I remember they were traveling for a bit when they still had Adam Cole and all them there.
Yeah, but they were small. They were small venues. They were like 1,500, 2,000. I mean, you can't do that. NXT is not supposed to be done in an arena that hosts 12,000. No.
I'm still sad I missed that one NXT show in Houston where they had NXT UK versus NXT, and you had that Imperium versus Undisputed Era main event.
Yeah, that was hot. Yeah,
That was so good, and I missed it. But that
that
was
was one of my favorites.
that was as the COVID was onsetting. That was at the start of 2020. And hell of a time.
Yeah, I'm still mad that I canceled that show that I was going to go to because of COVID.
Oh, the Ring of Honor New Japan show, yeah. That was going to be a hell of a show, but everyone was kind of spared in a way because of what was about to come out that summer about the one dude.
Yeah.
But not just the one dude, the two dudes.
Yeah, both of them.
Gazillion dudes were technically implicated.
But I mean, it was Marty and.
Oh yeah. You're right. The producer guy, that producer guy, Dave Lagana or something like that.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
I firmly believe that Marty was heading to becoming, NWA and Ring of Honor World Champion.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't he booking both shows at the time?
Yes.
Well, he was booking Ring of Honor.
Yeah. Okay.
Lagana was booking Power.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But I mean, it was he seemed to be turning everything around. Like everything seemed to be improving a lot, and it was kind of exciting. And then COVID shut everything down, and then
NWA Power went downhill from there. Let's do cocaine on TV. Okay, lost my deal.
Well, yeah. Then we found out, the stuff.
Ooh, yeah.
So much.
Make Tyrus world champ. Yeah, that worked out real well.
So much stuff. Like when MLW was having a nice little run before COVID shut stuff down.
Yeah.
Bean and I used to watch the shows, and they were super entertaining. They were super low. They were super cheap. Like they had no money, but they were making so much out of such terrible talent. I mean, they're just making really fun, edited together shows full of cool, funny vignettes and stuff. And the only time I ever thought MJF was promising at all was in that run of MLW as part of Dynasty.
Yeah, and then I remember that.
COVID shut everything down. And when they came back, it was like a whole new thing. And it was just.
Yeah, they came back at the ECW arena. It was never the same. Yeah, it was garbage. All the shit with Hammerstone and the other idiot. It was horrible.
That was a little later, but remember, Hammerstone went into that whole Hulk Hogan parody impersonation.
Yeah.
Wow, that was weird. Like, why was that a thing he thought was like? Why was that something he wanted to do?
And I even saw Hogan in the 80s. I forgot to add him to my list.
Anthem in the 80s.
I saw Hogan in 2002. That's when I saw him on a SmackDown taping. I never got to see the Macho Man though. Always wanted to see the Macho Man.
I saw the Macho Man. Yeah, I saw the Macho Man. Awesome. Sing Piper, Cowboy Bob Orton, all those guys.
That's amazing.
Mm-hmm. Well, I used to go to house shows at the Garden, so they were always there.
Yeah, Piper I only got to see at the Slamboree. That was that good 6-man match where they beat the NWO, and then the terrible War Games '98. He was in that.
Oh, that shit with Hogan.
Yeah, the shit with Hogan and the Ultimate Warrior and Bret.
Yeah, that was horrible.
Talk about my only time seeing Bret Hart wrestle is probably the worst match he's ever been in. And there's no way he could have shined that turd. Because
that's tough.
It was terrible.
I got to see Bret Hart twice. I saw him wrestle in a house show in '91. I think it was against not the Barbarian, the Warlord. Is that the other one? Yeah, Warlord, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the other time he wasn't wrestling. It was at that Nitro at the Astrodome, and I think he was injured at the time. So he was like accompanying the Giant, and he was just on the microphone. He just cut a promo. But that's the only two times I got to see Bret Hart. And I'll forever regret that I did not know about the Thunder in College Station. There's a Thunder taping in College Station. Not taping, it was broadcast live. And I didn't even know about it. Somehow I missed all the details about it. And at that show, they had the Great Muta was at that show. And it ended up being Bret Hart's very last appearance on WCW television was at that show.
Wow.
So like I missed like a ton of shit. Like the one chance I would have had to see the Great Muta, I missed, and then so damn.
The only thing bad about the NWA WCW shows I used to go to was that I had to travel for them because they would barely come close to New York. They would come to the Meadowlands and they'll go to Philly. So I would go to Jersey and Philly to watch it. So I always had to travel to go see fucking NWA or WCW, which was fine, I guess, at the time. But you're all hyped for a Nitro, and it's a 4-hour fucking drive.
Yeah.
Whereas WWE, I just roll up to the Garden or the fucking let's go to Civic Center in White Plains, and boom, right there. House shows. I mean, I first came down there. I went to a few. I went to NXT shows. We got Full Sail. That's why I saw Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn. He powerbombed him on the edge. I was there for that. Yeah, but I can't get tickets to performance centers. Like you gotta win a lottery, and then there's no ride share or cars allowed. You got to drive to a certain point and then take the shuttle bus halfway across town, and then it's like an arm and a leg now to get in an NXT show. I'm like, get out of here. Come on, man, I got to pay for heart medication. Fuck out of here.
Well, on that note,
yeah. I mean, like I would love to go to Battleground tomorrow, but I can't. You crazy? I'd die just getting there. So,
yeah, we don't want that.
Yeah,
we definitely do
I'll be on the bus. I'll be like, did he make it? No, he was 15 minutes away. He didn't even make the building. Damn it!
Just stay home and eat some pizza.
Yeah, I was gonna say enjoy from the home.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm sure Stephanie Vicker will blow a kiss at you through the camera or something.
Oh man, I would have got this on her live. I would have lost it. I would have hung out with Booker T. I would have hit the call with him. All right, guys, I'm done. That's it.
Okay. Let's
joining in.
Yeah, Thomas Brooks, thanks for hanging out. Any lurkers out there, thanks for hanging out. Everyone have a great week. Take care of yourselves. Everyone stay healthy and adios.
Happy Memorial Day weekend.
Oh yeah, happy Memorial Day. I always forget about these things. Adios.
Have some burgers, dogs, steaks, some corn, a slice of pizza, and a nice cold beer. I tell them Housey sent you.
There you go. Adios.